This is a demonstration video of RICOH's SC-10A work assistance camera system. To achieve zero human error, the system performs 1. Digitalizing work instructions and management. 2. Simplified operation. 3. Verifying work results by image matching. 4. Work history management and traceability. The video demonstrates the operation by assembly of a panel controller. Set the initial settings that are displayed at startup. Set the save destination of workflow information like the image log and CSV log file to either USB or the SD card. The USB connector and SD card slot are located on the back of the unit. SD and SDHC x1 high-speed memory cards are supported with a capacity of up to 32 GB. Login as administrator. Initial settings can be edited even after login. White balance and exposure settings can be set in the sensor control section of the system menu. Automatic white balance and exposure are the factory default settings. Adjust if necessary according to the surrounding environment. Prepare a stable working environment preventing disturbances from ambient light and reflections. Here I'll explain the operation screen. This is what the screen looks like with workflow. The work instruction image for the relevant instruction step is displayed on the left side. The real-time image is displayed on the upper right side with anchor and checkpoints displayed below. Completed checkpoint figures and the results are displayed next to the checkpoints. Progress of the work instruction and the inspection step are displayed upper left. Elapsed time is displayed upper right, colored blue for standard time, yellow when reaching the time limit, and red when the time limit is exceeded. Work details and operation status are displayed at the bottom. Now let's move on to workflow creation. In the settings screen, create a workflow by the following 3 steps. 1. Prepare a master image and a work instruction image. 2. Register a job ID. 3. Create work instructions and inspection steps in the following order: job ID, then workflow instructions, and finally inspection steps. Step 1. Prepare a master image of the expected work result for judgment. Place the target for the master image in the camera image capture area. Click the camera image capture button in the upper right of the main screen to capture an image. The image can also be captured by double-clicking in the camera image capture area. In this demo, I will create 3 master images. Step 2. Let's register a job ID. Click Job Settings of the Job menu. Workflow can be managed by the job ID once the job ID and workflow have been created. Step 3. Select the registered job ID and create workflow instructions and instruction steps. Set a work instruction image in Work 1 of the instruction steps list. There are 3 ways to prepare the work instruction images. 1. Capture the image with the SC-10A's camera. 2. Create the image in advance with the work instructions editor. 3. Import Excel, Word, or PowerPoint files with the work instructions editor. With method 3, each file will be automatically converted to a JPEG file for easy importing. Set a checkpoint in item 1. First, select the master image. Then, select Check Mode. Check mode includes 1. Matching. 2. Check. 3. Serial number input. There are 3 types. This time, I will explain the matching mode. In each inspection step, the standard and maximum time can be set from 1 to 999 seconds. Other items can be set if required. Double-click on the image displayed in the master image. Set the area to search in for an anchor point and checkpoints. The anchor point is a reference point for the relative position when searching for the checkpoints. Up to 9 checkpoints can be set per inspection step. Note that there are minimum and maximum sizes of the anchor and checkpoints. Right-click in each frame to set parameters. Select the check method from 1. Matching, 2. Color recognition, 3. Texture. SC-10A judges OK or fail based on the system's detection degree of similarity. As factory default, the upper and lower limits are set at the same value and linked. You can set the allowable rotation angle. The default is 10 degrees. The shape of the search area for a target can also be set. In matching mode, the default setting is wide. In wide setting, the system searches the target over a wider area, which is ideal when the subject's position is a bit askew. In narrow setting, the search area is pinpoint, which is useful when similar objects are nearby. For the second checkpoint, I will use color recognition for matching. Set the color used to judge the similarity for the color recognition. In the master image area, the preset checkpoint is displayed. Click the color to set as the judgment target on the image. The set color is displayed in the small window on the right of the tolerance slider. The set color area is highlighted in the select area. The allowance level of similarity can be set within the range 0 to 50. It is not shown in this video, but the system can also judge by texture as well as matching and color recognition. The gain setting adjusts the recognition sensitivity for judgment of the similarity of texture. As I will not use it this time, I will delete it. As the setting of Work 1 has been completed, click the Save button. Now I add Work 2 in Instruction Steps and set a work instruction image. Set an anchor point and checkpoints in the same way for this and subsequent instruction steps. This time, the system checks if parts are placed as requested by color recognition and matching. Save the settings of Work 2 and add Work 3 in Instruction Steps. In Work 3, the system checks by matching for the presence of screws. Checkpoint parameters can be copied and pasted. Copy the checkpoint parameters of the first screw and paste them when creating the checkpoints for the remaining 3 screws. And click the Save button. Now all the settings are complete, let's move to the practical operation. Select a job ID and start the work. Select a job ID from Change Job ID of the File menu or press Change Job ID under the Work Instruction image. Select the job ID created earlier. Press the Start button to begin operation. The system checks the first work instruction. When an SD card is inserted, the system recognizes the color and judges to pass OK. The second work instruction is to install the inner cover. The system checks if the cover is installed correctly by color recognition and matching of the holes. The last work instruction is to attach the outer cover. The system checks the existence of the 4 screws. Fast forward a little. All the work results are okayed and a series of work is completed. Click the Settings button under the Work Instruction image to display the Work Item Settings screen. There are 3 ways to process checkpoints. 1. Sequential. Checks points one by one in order. 2. Batch. Checks all the points in a batch until all the checkpoints pass or time runs out. 3. One-shot. Checks all the points in a batch only once, regardless of whether they pass or fail. Let's compare batch and one-shot. The first is batch. Inspect all the checkpoints at the same time. The system continues inspecting until all the checkpoints pass when attaching the 4 screws. Next is one-shot. By clicking the Start button, the system inspects the checkpoints once. Firstly, when all the screws are installed. Then, when all the screws are not installed. In batch, the system keeps inspecting until all the checkpoints pass. In one-shot, the system inspects the checkpoints in a batch only once to judge if they pass or fail. This is the demonstration video of basic use. Additionally, various preset settings can be set according to the customer's application and workflow. It is also possible to link with external devices. Please visit the RICOH website for further details. If you have any questions or would like a quotation, please feel free to contact us or send an inquiry through our website.
RICOH